On the right we have my old 2007 Grizzly, the first quad ever made with power steering. I've had for about 9 years now. And on the left is a 2016 Grizzly with power steering that I just got a week ago. I had a 660 before the one on the right, the 07. Liked that one a lot. The 07 was definitely a major upgrade. They redesigned the chassis, the bodywork, the engine. Everything was totally different from the 660 to the 700 in 07. I know they tweaked the 700 a few times since then, nothing major. And I'd have to say even with the 2016, it's not major, but everything's definitely been changed a little bit. The new one's definitely a little bigger, racks are a little beefier. The bodywork is more straight lines and cuts versus round. Plastics are a little wider. Seats taller, a little squishier. They say the racks have a little bit higher capacity now. They shift about the same. Obviously the new one is a little smoother. The dash being on the handlebars is nice when you're riding sitting down, but when you're riding standing up, this dash is definitely in a better location. It's easier to see. So kind of a toss-up on that location. I know one disadvantage to having that is you're not going to be able to run any handlebar setup unless you take that off. So the older Grizzly might be better for guys who want to do more customization. Power wise, the 07 I have here I know is detuned a little bit. They did a couple things in between. Now with this one it's a higher output, dual overhead cams versus single. I haven't really pounded on it. It does feel peppier, stronger. I never really had any problem with the amount of power this one put out. You know, some guys like to be able to go 100 miles an hour in a straight line, and I guess you need to buy 1000cc if you want to be the best at that. But these Grizzlies seem to have plenty of power in the trail, in the mud. Nice LED lighting on the new one, very bright. Suspension wise, most of what you see on the framework is very similar. They changed how they made the A-arms a little bit, and I'm sure the geometry is slightly different, but looks wise they're pretty close. The old Grizzly here has ITP rims and 27-inch ITP wheel tires, but they actually measure out a little bit smaller than what these MSA rims and ITP XTR tires. They're both 27 inches, but the new ones measure out taller, and that would account for, I have 13.5 inches of ground clearance on the new Grizzly, and I have 12 inches of ground clearance on the old Grizzly, and most of it is due to the tire size difference. The box on the back of the new one is really nice. It's not watertight, but I put my tow strap in there. The old one don't have that. The old one has a storage compartment under the seat, which is pretty big, but a little less convenient to get at. The new one does not have any storage under the seat. They do have a toolkit under there. Obviously the old one has a gas tank mounted up. Well, I shouldn't say where the gas tank is. The gas tank is still down underneath. I believe they moved it back a little bit more and down on the new Grizzly, which should help with weight distribution, but I don't think it's much different. The fill on the old ones are here. Fill on the new ones are right there. I like the new spot, obviously, being that they gave you this huge storage bin here now. I'd say if you're looking at an older Grizzly and you're not, you know, don't want to spend top dollar, they're just fine. It's gonna ride pretty much the same as the new one. New one is definitely way sexier looking, but the old one will get the job done, and that's the original Grizzly right there. 9 years, no problems. Me and my brother are gonna do the first belt and clutch cleaning next weekend, just because it's probably due. But other than that, all I've ever done is change the oil and change the diff oil.